Here's a question for you. Does an overdue lunch bill count as child abuse? A proposed New Jersey law by Assemblywoman Pam Lampett would bar school districts from reporting parents to the state for abuse or neglect when their child has an overdue student lunch bill. Some districts serve children with overdue lunch bills tuna or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches until their account is in good standing. Districts have the right to refuse students any lunch if their account is overdue. Department of Children and Families says the state has a statute that defines child abuse or neglect, but owing money to the school does not qualify as abuse or neglect. All right, let's bring back tonight's panel. We are joined by criminal defense attorney David Clark and former prosecutor, now defense attorney Bob Bianchi. David, I'll start with you on this. It doesn't seem that we need a new law if the Department of Families is already saying this is not abuse.
To the extent that a law will make it clear that your child being poor isn't a crime or a neglect in and of itself, then that new law could help, because you don't want kids to go to the one place they should be able to be treated equally, school, and then suddenly be treated unequally and given a lesser lunch.
So right away, David's talking class warfare. Bob, let me go to you and ask you, if parents have a pattern of not paying the bill and the kids are going hungry, that there could be something wrong at home. Why not give the schools the power to at least look into something?
Yeah, that's a really good point, Bill. But I think what this legislation is trying to say is that the mere fact that can't afford the bill doesn't mean the kids aren't being fed. But to your point, the law also says if you believe that they're malnourished or not being fed at home, that could be an area of neglect. And let's not forget the legal terminology. Neglect means an impairment of the physical well-being, mental or emotional well-being of that child. So I think that we could, both through the law as well as, Bill, if we believe that a kid is not being fed at home, that should be reported.
Isn't the real problem here politicians who are just looking to grab a headline?
The politicians are doing what they should do, which is protecting their constituents, the people who are small and can't speak up and say, I got a problem here, my kid's not getting fed equally because we didn't pay the bill.
Why are we not feeding all the kids PB&J and tuna? It's cheaper on the taxpayers and it's certainly healthy.
Well, Bill, you want to feed kids a nutritious lunch and one that they're going to like, and I'm not necessarily certain how much tuna with all the mercury and things that are contained in that, or PB&J, is actually nutritious. But I will say this to your other point. Trust me, as the head prosecutor of a county, do politicians pander to the public to pass laws that we later have to deal with that are ridiculous? Answer, YES.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, David.